Now tuned into the greatest.
The Run with Manny Wilson podcast.
The Run with Manny Wilson podcast.
The best sports podcast there is.
Yes, sir! What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Run with me, Manny Wilson, all the way from Detroit to Chicago to your speakers and headphones. I appreciate you tuning in to the first interactive sports podcast, a community that makes sure your voice is heard. So if you're something you agree with, you disagree with, you like or you dislike, or even if you just want to throw your opinion on something on here, go ahead, shoot us a quick take, 219-413-9405. And of course, we'll play your take back on our next episode. And shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring this episode. Get $20 off your first ticket purchase when you use the promo code TheRunPodcast. Now, this code can only be applied for first-time users on the mobile app or website, but hey, man, there's still plenty of games to go to, and then maybe you'll go see one of the new teams that we just watched get restructured between the Dallas Mavericks and the Los Angeles Lakers, because what the hell, bro? Like, my mind, I'm still trying to, comprehend everything that just went down in this trade. Like, I'm mind blown. I would have never thought in a million years that the Dallas Mavericks would have traded Luka Doncic? Are you kidding me? Like, did you just see what he did in the last playoffs? Like, come on, man. It's mind blowing. I'm still processing it, as you see, as you can tell. And then the Lakers getting rid of Anthony Davis. Like, oh man, this is just wild. So look, let me simmer down. Let me calm down a little bit and just give you the full details of everything that happened in the trade so far. So as of right now, man, the first things first, all you need to know in terms of what happened in the trade. The Dallas Mavericks, they traded Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round draft pick. And, man, initially, I'm going to get to my thoughts in a sec, but there's more, actually. So, initially, when I seen it, I'm like, no way, it got to be more to it. It got to be fake. It got to be a hoax. Like, this can't be true. I started looking for the reports of no, I was hacked, and I just did not believe it, honestly. But per multiple reports, the Mavericks, they approached the Lakers first. They were the only team that they even approached the Lakers. And it seemed like they really wanted their guy, Anthony Davis. It had to be either we think the Lakers are stupid and they're going to take Luka because we see he's on a trajectory where he's going to get overweight, or it's a thing where we need a four and we want someone who can continue to score, and the Lakers have the one person we would really, really want. So we'll trade Luka to get the guy we want. But it was strange to me that they only targeted the Lakers in this whole type of trade of trying to find a trade for Luka Doncic. Apparently, obviously, as you see, it was very low-key. Nobody knew the Mavs was trying to get rid of Luka or none of that. But the Mavs, in multiple reports, say that Luka was struggling with his weight and has been struggling with his weight. And apparently, dude is close to pushing 270 at a guard. So that's a little rough. I understand the reason, but it's just like, man, the skill level that Luka Doncic has is still just kind of crazy that you're just going to trade him off like that. However, I do think the Dallas Mavericks may have won this trade. And bear with me for a second, because I know it's a lot of different things to unpack and debate, but when you just look at the move to win now and go win a championship in the next 1 to 2 years, the Mavericks kind of lined themselves up to do that. You still got Klay Thompson, still got Kyrie Irving, and you still got your side pieces of Lively, who's there, PJ Washington, and now you add Anthony Davis, who's going to be another tree down low with Gafford. Like, come on, man, you got to consider this here. And not only do they got the trees down low, but they still got the surrounding pieces of the court that's going to help them. And you got guys coming off the bench still. And you also get a draft pick on top of that. So it's as of right now, because the Mavericks have such a complete team after adding Anthony Davis to the mix, I would say they won the trade. In the future, you can potentially argue that the Lakers may have won this trade, because Obviously, they got rid of Anthony Davis. You got LeBron over there now, and the team is not really set up for the Lakers to compete and win a championship right now after attaining Luka Doncic. But I'm sure we'll see some more trades that go into place, especially if not this season, especially over the next years when LeBron is getting ready to retire, if not after this season. So this is definitely good for the Lakers too, and it's probably a very, very even trade, one of the most even trades I can think of in terms of who it benefits for each party and each team, because when both teams are, or when both guys are healthy, Anthony Davis and Luka Doncic, this is a solid pickup for both teams. They each get what they need. The Lakers, they get their star player after LeBron James retire. The Dallas Mavericks, they get their also another key piece in a franchise who can help them from years to come as well. And they also still get a shot at winning a championship in the next 1 to 3 years. So I think this is a very, very even trade, and it doesn't get any more even than this, but it's just mind-blowing that it even happened, honestly. So it's just wild. And, you know, a lot of people are speculating too, is like, well, hey, did LeBron really know that this trade was going on? Look, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, I find it very hard to believe. If you think LeBron had nothing to do with this, I think you're just a very gullible person, because I find it very difficult to believe that LeBron James had no idea that Anthony Davis was in trade talks and that the Mavs didn't have interest in taking Anthony Davis and bringing Luka Doncic here. Because for the Lakers to not have one single conversation with LeBron when they're about to trade someone he won a ring with and he spent multiple years with, I just find it very difficult to believe that the Lakers organization would do that without LeBron James' permission, without him okaying the trade, or at least him saying, do whatever you got to do because I'm gone next year. Like, I find it very difficult that LeBron just had no idea that this was going on. Now, do I think it was a cooked up legit, like, we putting this together, get this guy going, get him, and I want Luka? I wouldn't say that's the case at all. I don't think that was, you know, what was going on. But in terms of LeBron knowing that this trade was going on, I find it very difficult to believe that LeBron had no clue this was happening without the Lakers consulting him. Like, no, that's just not going to happen at all, especially when we've seen LeBron construct teams, completely rebuild teams from head to toe. Like, nah, Lakers is not doing that. He's the reason he's the reason AD got there in the first place, when you go back and think about it, when he first went to LA. So it's crazy. And man, I'm still processing, and I'm lost, man. I would have never expected either of these teams to make a deal like this. For the Lakers, this is great, but the biggest concern with the Lakers and them getting Luka Doncic now is, like, if the Mavs see this whole weight thing becoming a problem with Luka Doncic, like, is this really going to be a problem? Like, that's kind of a risk on the Lakers' part. Maybe they can work something out to make sure it doesn't become a problem. But if bro is really, really pushing close to 270, then, like, that's tough, man. He on that Zion Williamson type of stuff. And obviously, Luka is, to me, I would say much more talented than what Zion Williamson has shown in his first few years at the league. But still, man, I mean, he's going to be a defensive liability. That's going to hurt them in the years to come if Luka doesn't play any defense. And if he's getting heavier and heavier and bigger, then, I mean, yeah, he's going to still be an offensive beast. But it's like, man, what will he do on the defensive end? So I think every bone in my body is saying Dallas Mavericks won this trade as of today, as of now. But in years to come, I think it's very, very a lot of potential for the Dallas Mavericks to have lost this trade and the Lakers to have won, because they built a solid team around Luka Doncic. Obviously, Luka is still very, very young. But as of right now, just comparing even the starting fives of what this team would look like and who's on the roster, like, it's not even close. The Dallas Mavericks definitely won this trade. Right now, if they were to play tomorrow and both stars were active, you would see Klay Thompson, Kyrie Irving, Quentin Grimes, Anthony Davis, and Gafford. That's an amazing starting five for the Dallas Mavericks. So Dallas Mavericks 1,000% won this. And if you look at the Lakers starting five, if they were to plug Luka Doncic in right now, Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, LeBron, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Jackson Hayes, come on, bro. That ain't no championship team. Let's be real. And they ain't got the bench support either. Meanwhile, Dallas barely gave up anything, and they still got their bench pieces. They still got Lively. They still got PJ Washington. Like, come on, man. This let's be real here, and I think it's good for the future. But Anthony Davis was the dude who was getting you easy 20 games, man. And now he's in Dallas with Kyrie and Clay. Woo! I don't think it hit as many people yet. I still don't think it hit y'all yet how dangerous this team can be. And for everybody out here who's saying, oh, Anthony Davis, oh, he's always hurt anyway, I'm glad the Lakers traded him. Bro, he played over 70 games last year. That's still more than half the other superstars in the league. Y'all act like he Joel Embiid or something. Like, Anthony Davis has been healthy for a large majority. He was healthy when they won a championship. He was healthy last year when they won an in-season tournament. He's healthy this year. He's been on a tear this year. So I don't want all of that noise about, oh, Anthony Davis is always hurt and he needed to get out of LA anyway. Like, y'all got to kill that noise, bro, because he's playing so many more games than a lot of other superstars in this league. He's up there with KD. He played more than Jimmy Butler. He played more than Embiid. He played more than LaMelo. He's playing just as many as LeBron. Like, come on, man. That narrative is tired, bro. Y'all got to let that go. And honestly, I think people will really begin to see how great Anthony Davis is when everything is not criticized about his game. When it's not always him being criticized about his health. When it's not him always being criticized about his effort and all of that stuff. Like, I know everybody can improve in the league on their effort and being active in every single game. But when y'all watch this man in Dallas and y'all realize, like, damn, we really got rid of Anthony Davis, a guy who was getting 40 and 20 in any game that he really was there, like, y'all gonna be very sick about that, Lakers fans. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. I think the Mavericks won this trade, but man, what a bomb. What a way to shake up the league. Crazy. All right, look, we got some news coming up. Also some more NBA topics too, but some news in the NFL and the NBA. And then we'll be right back though. We're gonna take a quick break and then jump into it. It's halftime. Shoot us a quick take if you want to share your thoughts on this huge mega trade. 219-413-9405. Then of course, we'll play your take back on the next episode. But anyway, look, it's halftime. We'll jump into some news and then we'll be right back.